Americans are miserable. That's according to some new polling that finds that American citizens are actually the unhappiest that we have been in the last 50 years. So, anybody paying attention to all the stuff that's going on right now, that is obvious. What's there to be happy about? I mean, look, we're in another recession. We've got a plague. We have Donald Trump as president. With all of those massive failures, we don't have a national healthcare system. And we have some major racial issues in this country. And nobody's got money, by the way, except for the very wealthy, rich, the rich and corporations. So yeah, of course, nobody's happy. I don't think anybody needed to see a poll to know that that was the case. But nonetheless, there it is. There's the information. So let me give you where this comes from. This is the COVID response tracking study conducted in late May by the NORC at the University of Chicago. And according to this poll, just 14% of American respondents said that they were very happy. 14%. 31% comparatively said the same back in 2018. So understand 2020, a little bit of a rough year. It hasn't been our week, our month, our day, or even our year, right? Is that the way that goes? No, I'm not going to start singing. So, according to the poll, for about 2 decades, 3 in 10 Americans said that, taken all together, they're very happy. In 2020, the number of people who say that they're very happy hit a historical low of 14%, 17% drop since 2018. The percentage of people who describe themselves as not too happy also spiked to an all-time high since the question was first asked back in 1972. The study found now also that that more Americans felt depressed now than they did after the 9/11 attacks. 38% now versus 33%. So yeah, everybody's not happy. They're depressed, and also they're actually have very low levels of pride in America. And so, wow. All right, let's get into that in a minute here. First, let's talk about isolation. Now, this is an important question because it is the COVID tracking poll, right? And so we're talking about the coronavirus, and a lot of us have been in quarantine. And so, understandably, about 50% of respondents said they feel isolated or felt isolated at least sometime in the past 4 weeks. So that's a lot of people feeling very isolated. That's why, look, everybody wants to get out of the house. It's summertime. We want to go out and do things. Unfortunately, we have this really inconvenient pandemic going on. A very virulent virus going around. And so we can't really do that. And so understandably, yeah, a lot of people are feeling very isolated. And so I think there's going to be some mental health effects going on from here into the future. Now, as far as optimism, unsurprisingly, also down. Only 42% of respondents believe that when their children are their age, their standard of living will be better than their own. 57% said the same thing in 2018, so that's down. The previous low was 45% in 1944. So again, we're at the lowest amount of optimism. Patriotism has also taken a hit. A new Gallup poll found that national pride was at a record low. Most respondents said that they were extremely proud, 42%, or very proud, 21%, to be an American. Both readings marked the lowest Gallup has recorded it since it began polling on the issue in 2001. While Republicans have historically been more likely to say that they're extremely proud to be American, of course, Gallup found that even this group has lost a sense of national pride. The latest poll found a 9 percentage point decrease. What happened? Republicans, I mean, we've got Donald Trump as president. Like you got a Republican president and you got a Republican Senate. What happened? Greatest country on earth, right? I don't understand. Donald Trump told us that we would be winning, so much that we would get sick of winning. I guess America is sick of winning. Like, our heads have spun so much that now we've got neck cramps and we can't really afford a chiropractor. And even if we could, we have this virus that makes it so we can't get within 6 feet of other people. So, I don't know. Winning. We're winning. Lots and lots of winning going on. Now, let's see. The poll also showed that the share of white American respondents who expressed extreme pride in the nation had fallen below 50% for the first time, down to 49%, along with a massive drop in the percentage of non-whites who said the same, from 36% in 2019 to 24% in 2020. So it's even hitting white America. Only one group had a majority of respondents who were extremely proud to be an American. And that would, of course, be people 65 and older. 65 and older. Oh, these are the people that have Medicare and Social Security. So they've got these wonderful government programs that are funded. So like you've got, Social Security benefits and you've got your retirement and you've got your, all that stuff. And you've got your guy, Donald Trump, in office, right? And every politician basically worships at your feet because they're like, oh, the 65 plus demographic. Now, why do they bow at those people's feet? It's because they are, likely voters, right? Those are the people that are able to turn out because they don't work, most of them, a large majority of them, because they're retired, right? And so they watch Fox News, and then they go out and they vote for Republicans, and they're incredibly conservative. And so, yeah, these politicians will bow down to those likely voters. And they again vote for Republicans, and they're very happy with the direction the country is going because they don't have to deal with all this stuff. They don't have to deal with this racism, right? In a lot of situations, they're the ones perpetuating said racism, or at least benefiting from that racism. You also have, like I said, the percentage of people that are 65 and older that have more of a share of wealth than people who are younger than they are, especially the younger generations, millennials, who have been screwed over, as well as Gen Z. And also, I mean, you can count Gen X in that one as well, who are also screwed over. And so, not surprising to see that the boomers and the so-called silent generation are super happy. They're super thrilled about everything that's going on. Where everyone else who actually is getting facts, again, people over 65 tend to get their news from television, from cable news, and generally from Fox News. I mean, what do you expect? Yeah, of course. Of course they're going to be happy because they don't know any of the stuff that's actually going on. They don't know the reality of the situation, and I don't think a lot of them really care to find out. And so, not surprised at these polls. Obviously, everybody, a lot of people are super depressed because of everything that's going on. And now, a lot of us are sitting home because we have a pandemic, and we get to learn about everything that's going on. And that, of course, furthers the depression. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a patreon.com/TYTNation set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.